Hello everybody and welcome to BattleBots Reborn Dream Matches. Today's dream match, the Battle of the Beaks, Razer versus Overhaul.
Razer immediately puncturing firestorms, flipping weapon.
Oh no! Oh, lift the fight force off the ground! He's got him off the ground!
Now this is a match I wanted to do for a long time, but I wanted it to be a rumble with a lot more beak bots as suggested by a fan. But it was too hard finding other people, so we're just going to do Razer and Overhaul for now. Maybe we can do like a beak tournament or something with all the other bots. Plunderbird, whoever else we get in, blah blah blah. Of course, before we get into the tail of the tape, it's time to show you the new bot build of Overhaul. I don't think you've seen it yet. This is an Overhaul build that's a little more designed to be like the Season 2 bot. He's got ram plates in the front to give him a little more protection, and it's supposed to resemble the little black wedges that he had. I actually gave him ears this time. I've now been able to surpass the limit of 7 parts for extenders and all that, so he's got a cute little ear set thing going on. But it's still the same basic design. He's got a good little lifter. Not too much different. Yeah. So now that you know what both bots look like, it's time for the tail of the tape. Both of these beak bots with the same weapon have some distinct differences despite that. Razer's got a good little bit of speed on him that could help him get to the sides of Overhaul and get a good attack on, but Overhaul has very good armor, especially in the front. It should be able to fend off most of Razer's attacks. Razer has a lot of weaknesses, his biggest probably being the fact that he doesn't have a Shremek, which could come in handy with Overhaul's lifter weapon, but his weaponry is weak, Overhaul, so it might be broken off before he can actually do something with it. Now that we're done with that, it's time to go down to the box for the matches.
Bournemouth in Dorset, Razer.
It's Overhaul!
The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time! Battle of the Beaks, Razer versus Overhaul. This will be a very interesting matchup to see who can use their weapon a little bit better. Overhaul getting onto Razer there with his lifter. One of the distinct differences between these robots and Razer's wedge. Oh, and he's been flipped! Razer upended and Overhaul comes in for the kill and grabs him, getting some good shots off. And here's where we see Razer's major weakness, the inability to self-right. He doesn't have a Shremek. He can't really use the wall either to get himself back upright. It looks like Overhaul's gonna take... Oh, he's flipped him back over! Did he mean to do that? I don't think so. But it's a second bit of life for Razer, who immediately gets lifted again by Overhaul and clamped. Good strategy by Overhaul, getting the lifter involved as well. Razer head-on charging at Overhaul, who's doing a good job just keeping Razer in front. Ooh, nearly exposed his side there. Razer coming at the front again, and Overhaul getting some good clamps on. Oh, and Razer's been flipped again! I'm not really sure how he got flipped in that one. Looked like he just lost his balance. And Overhaul comes in for the kill, destroying the underside of Razer with shot after shot. And it looks like he's going to get the knockout before the countout. And now Razer's smoking, and there's the end of the fight. Overhaul takes it. As mentioned in the tail of the tape, Razer's biggest weakness was the fact that he couldn't self-right. Usually this wouldn't affect him unless he faces a flipper, and Overhaul has the lifting mechanism, and he got him. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time. Round 2 between Overhaul and Razer, and a big charge early on between the two. Overhaul winning the first fight rather convincingly. Razer wasn't really able to get much purchase or any good attacks, and here comes Overhaul again with a great attack. Razer charging head on, it hasn't worked, yet he hasn't learned his lesson apparently. Razer driving away to reset, charges again, and flip by Overhaul. And as far as we know, that could be the end of the fight if Overhaul is smart about it. He accidentally re-flipped Razer back onto his wheels in the first match, only to flip him over again. But I don't know if he's going to be as kind. Doesn't look like it. He's pinned him in the corner. The countdown has begun. It looks like Razer's about to be finished. Oh, and Razer moving a little bit. What was that? Looked like he climbed the wall or something. They stopped the countdown for whatever reason. I wouldn't really consider that controlled motion, but the refs seemed to think it was. Overhaul back on the attack, pushing Razer around. They've started the countdown again. I don't know why they didn't finish it last time. And it looks like that's the end for Razer, and it is. Overhaul has won very, very easily. So I think it's time to retire this version of Razer. He just can't deal with anyone that lifts because he doesn't have the Shreemec. And I know it's accurate to his original version, but the champion Razer had the Shreemec. So we need to get a Shreemec. Open call out. If you guys can make a version of Razer with an accurate working Shreemec, let me know, and yeah, we're going to try and make this work. If you want this version of Razer to base it off of, then let me know and I will be happy to send you the file. Anyways, Overhaul wins 2-0. So that's the end. Overhaul has easily won the series 2-0. Now, what do you guys think? If it was real life and Razer and Overhaul fought, is that accurate? Would that have happened in real life? Have your say below. And if you want to see more from each recreated design, you can check out Razer in Robot Wars Reborn Episode 7 and the original version of Overhaul in BattleBots Reborn Episode 12. Razer is also featured in Robot Wars rematches, and Overhaul was in the BattleBots Reborn Cup Season 1, and he was also in the Prediction Series. Everything's on the channel, check it out, thanks for watching, and have a good one.
Please welcome Mo!
It's Tombstone!
The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time! So it's Mo, the four-wheeled horizontal spinner, and Tombstone,